Right. Another entry in this talking to the camera thing. Hopefully lighten my load, maybe help ease someone else's anxiety. That's best case scenario, right? I was just listening to an episode of On Purpose, which is a podcast with Jay Shetty, health and wellness podcast. I'm sure a lot of you know him. He was speaking with Benny Blanco, a record producer for like Ed Sheeran, and I mean that's the one I know off top because it's the most obvious one, but he's done a lot of stuff. And they were talking about failure. And they were talking more specifically about resiliency from failure, which I think when you're a creative person, I mean a person of any kind, but I'm speaking to my artists here because I know it can be such a feast or famine kind of experience, whether that's getting shows, hitting deadlines, making enough money to live, or just make enough money to whatever, prove to yourself that you can, take 10, flip it, make 100, flip that, make 1,000, all that. Anyways, when you're not getting the feedback you want and then you're receiving it as failure, for me personally, it's really easy to go into a dirge and feel real personally attacked by that kind of thing. I put all this work into making something and I'm really proud of it, and I put it out and it didn't get the feedback I was expecting from a certain category. So recently I submitted for the Made in California exhibit down in Brea. It was my first big show ever, and it was last year. I mean, my first big group show, it was last year. And I was really excited about it last year. It was awesome. I met so many cool people, some of which I still talk to this day. I met cool people through those cool people. It's been awesome. So I was really excited about the chance to participate again. I didn't get in. I was bummed. I let myself be bummed for about a day, and then I just jumped back into the rest of my plans for those pieces. They don't just get one life. That's another thing. As artists, we often give our creations one life when you need to spam that shit. How long has Journey been playing Don't Stop Believin', and people pay money every time? People play at karaoke every time. People play on road trips every time. You just keep putting it out there till it gets the traction. Exposure is a big thing. And back to my point about failure is Benny Blanco and Jay Shetty were talking about having failure like amnesia. Like you try something, you throw a bunch of stuff at the wall, only some of it sticks, maybe all of it falls off. You wake up the next morning and blank out your mind and do it again. That's so much easier said than done for sure. I know people do it at shitty 9-to-5s all the time though. Maybe you're not thinking that, but you're going in every day and you're it's not what you like to do, but some days you make the best of it. Some days you have amnesia about that shitty interaction with your boss or coworker the day before, and you come back and you're just clean slate and you're not tripping about it. I want to put this out there that for anything I ever say on camera, I'm saying it to myself because I need to hear it, because it's something that I've needed to hear at some point in my life. It's not to preach or anything like that. Sorry if you hear my dog scratching. She's trying to get in. It's bedtime, but I started filming. And I guess the whole point I'm trying to make with this video, I don't want it to be too long, is that it's okay to feel fucking bummed by your failures. But give yourself a time frame. Don't let it be forever. Give yourself 5 minutes if you're in a funk during the day for no reason. Give yourself a day, a week. If you're feeling scorned by someone or something, give yourself a month. If you're getting over a breakup, that one's harder, I know, for all my tender folks out there, that one's harder. That shit pops up, but the back half of that is, and really, like, being bummed over and over about the same things should be the back end, but that's not the narrative that's out there or the perspective that's really out there. We celebrate our victories for like this long. Like, I got into that show last year and I was stoked for that weekend. And then I made my posts about it maybe a week or two later. And even then, I only celebrated it on Instagram. I didn't go put myself out there on other social media platforms to celebrate myself. Something I was really proud of. Really proud of. Still am. And it's motivated, that event has motivated my work for a lot of the past year. But I don't celebrate it enough. But when I'm bummed out about something, I'm infinite time for that. Infinite time. I'll think about stuff from 10 years ago, I'll get bummed out about it. And I understand part of that's survival, stuff that's baked into us because the one time our ancestors got stung by a scorpion and that was a wrap. Well, yeah, it's probably good that we remember those things. So much easier to teach through negative reinforcement. And as someone who struggles with mental health, it's helped me a lot to remember to celebrate those things and tell myself to celebrate those things more often because, it's helped me to celebrate those things and remind myself to celebrate those things because the failure can just linger in your body. The feeling of rejection can just linger in your body physically, like chest full of bees, fingers go cold, I'm shout out SB, I'm the Clammy Hand Club VP, and those physical manifestations of stress, it's just a negative reinforcement loop. Okay, this happened this time and I felt this way about it. Therefore, if I preemptively feel that way about it, I'll be a little bit safer when I approach it, which is, again, for survival, that shit's important, but we're in such a nuanced culture of words and subtle perspective shifts that the scorpions we're facing now are just words from other people. They can't actually hurt you. Even though it can feel painful, it's not gonna kill you. I know this is sounding like getting all like motivation coach type stuff, but just for my creative folks, remember to front load your victories. Front load the victories, backlog the failures. Those are just the reps. That's just the reps you put in to get the one victory, but the victory you gotta hold on to. I guess I don't really know how to wrap this up, but I wish success to you all. I wish success for everyone watching this, everyone who sees this, whatever, all 5, 6, 7 of you. I wish you the deepest success. One of my artist friends, Sin, said, "Fuck luck, we wish success." That's what they do in Norway, all that way, or Sweden. Oh my gosh. In the Netherlands. That's how they do it in the Netherlands. No luck, all success. And thanks for sticking around. Thanks for listening to me. I don't know if this is some sort of egotistical, arrogant thing, but I just hope to connect with a few people about this. Anyways, much love to y'all. Till the next time.